If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description.
Tyler, the Creator, is releasing the deluxe to his latest album, Call Me If You Get Lost, called The Estate Sale, tomorrow on March 31st, so this Friday. Now, I dropped a couple of videos over the past few days, but there's a couple of more pieces of information that may be important to this release. Most importantly, he just dropped a song, so let's take a look at this. So he already released a single called Dogtooth the other day. I think it was about 2 days ago. I talked about it in the video where I went over the announcement because obviously it was the first single that we got. And at first I wasn't as much of a fan of it, but I've kind of grown to like it. I know a lot of people told me in the comments it's great and I should just go back to it, re-listen. I did. It's actually pretty good. I was also surprised at how well it is doing on the Spotify charts. So shout out to every Tyler fan out there because they're pushing his stuff. Now, the reason this whole thing is dropping, and we'll talk about this real quick just to get everybody caught up to date before we get into the new information that is actually interesting. The reason he's dropping this, he explained this on Twitter. He said that he had a bunch of leftover material from the Call Me If You Get Lost sessions. And this is the first time that he had this for a project, so he wanted to share it with the world. Now, let's take a look at this new song. It's called Sorry Not Sorry, and it only dropped on YouTube so far, but I'm guessing, it'll be on the Deluxe, obviously, the estate sale. And this song, to me, I think it's better than Dogtooth. But let me know your opinion on this in the comments because I think it will be interesting to have a conversation about this. But this new song is basically him apologizing for all the flaws he has to himself, but also maybe disappointing to other people, to other cultures, to his ancestors. I thought that was a pretty hard one. And the music video for it is also really good. I like the visuals that he's presenting all over the past couple of months, even also with the Come On Let's Go Nego stuff. So everything was great concerning the visuals. And there are a couple of even more interesting things that we gotta take into consideration when looking at this new track. Now, yesterday I dropped a video going over the possibility of this album having more than 20 tracks. And as evidence for that, I took the fact that he always posts a title or a track or single for a new project together with its placement in the track list already. He did that for the rollout of Call Me If You Get Lost. And in the meantime, he's, posted a couple of posts on there and has always attached a tracklist number to it. Now, my theory then was that we're going to see some sort of iteration of those tracks be on the final project, and that he's kind of been teasing this all along. The point of, kind of where it started was that he dropped the Dogtooth track the other day, the first single, also with the number 21. So we knew that, it was going to be more than 21 tracks on the Deluxe. And my theory was the original album had 16 tracks, plus 5 more, we would be at 21. And so I was thinking at first he was going to have the OG album, the 16 tracks, plus the at least 5 more, because we know that there's a number 21. So the Deluxe was going to have more than 5 tracks. In the meantime, we had this theory about him having more than 20 tracks on the Deluxe. That got kind of disproven. I recommend to everybody that watched the other video to check the pinned comment. I explained everything there as well. So that was kind of disproven. It was kind of a fault in my own logic there, but it was still interesting to kind of talk about it. So, don't get discouraged by that. But now what's interesting is that in the promotion of this new single, in the promotion of Sorry Not Sorry, he also posted a number for this, and it is number 24. Which is pretty big because now we know that we are going to have at least, now let me count correctly, but at least 7 new tracks on the Deluxe, which is only the minimum because we could have even more. And that's kind of big because a lot of people already said that if Tyler fans are getting hyped up for a mere 5 tracks or whatever, then it's going to be, pretty disappointing. And Tyler fans I even read that Tyler fans are getting scammed because they've been waiting for but almost 2 years now, ever since Call Me If You Get Lost dropped. And we actually want a new album. We'll get into that in a second. And then we're only getting a couple of songs. It seems like, though, that we're getting at least 7 songs, and that is at least a minimum of 7 songs. Now, also what I want to add is that the sound of the new single, so Dogtooth and Sorry Not Sorry, is very Call Me If You Get Lost reminiscent. We even have a DJ drama ad-lib on Sorry Not Sorry, so that was apparently supposedly also mixed and mastered, even supposed to be on the album, which is pretty cool. Also, at the end of the Sorry Not Sorry video, we at the first time hear that sound, the Call Me If You Get Lost. You know, the one that he always used for the promotion of Call Me If You Get Lost? And at the end, he says, the estate sale. So we know that he had this kind of plan. This is more than just a deluxe that he's dropping. He actually has a rollout for a deluxe, which I very much like. I want to add that to that as well. He has a whole rollout with a new slogan for the deluxe. I like that. Now let's talk about this new album though. I think I'll drop a video on this after the album is officially out, because then we know more about how many tracks the deluxe had and what kind of material we got on there, if he's hinting at anything maybe even. But a lot of people said that they are disappointed because they wanted a new album. They wanted a solo Tyler album with a new era, with, you know, everything that we know a new Tyler album might bring. We've always had some sort of evolution from, you know, kind of the new Tyler era. So Cherry Bomb to Flower Boy to Igor to Call Me If You Get Lost. It was always a new aesthetic, always a new style, new visuals, new clothes, new everything. People wanted that instead of a deluxe of a sound that they had already heard before. Maybe, and this is kind of what I'm thinking, he's doing this to hold us over until we're actually getting an album. I actually don't think that we're going to get an album this year, and that's going to disappoint a lot of people. I think that this deluxe is too big and too big of a deal to Tyler with the whole rollout and dropping music videos for every track, that he's going to have an album this year. Maybe he's going to do some fucking master plan and have an album drop right after it. I don't know, but I'm guessing we'll see an album next year. That's what I'm guessing. A lot of people already posted theories about a new album in the comments under the first video that I definitely want to make a video about after we get the album, so the deluxe, the estate sale album deluxe. Then I want to make videos on if we're getting a new album and what theories we got, because a lot of people already pointed stuff out, like maybe we're getting a boom bap album, and a lot of people had great theories that I want to kind of pick up and make into a video, go over all the evidence. So make sure you're subscribed if you always want to stay up to date with those Tyler news. But until then, we can only enjoy the estate sale. I'm pretty hyped about that. You know, as I said, I'm thinking a solo album is not coming until at least next year, because this deluxe is a big deal to Tyler. I'm very excited though. Dogtooth is growing on me. Sorry Not Sorry, a deep track that I really like, and I like what kind of stylistic way that Tyler's going in. And I think that we'll see not a different side to Tyler, but maybe a side that he didn't want to disclose on Call Me If You Get Lost, because he wanted to kind of add to the narrative or add to the vibe of Call Me If You Get Lost and not take away from it with stuff that maybe was a little bit too experimental or didn't fit on there, but that makes perfect material for deluxe, just like it is now. So to me, this is the best thing that Tyler could have done. I'm of course also wanting a solo album, but I'm not guessing we're getting it this year. But let's enjoy the material. Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for it? What track are you looking forward to the most? Did you like Dogtooth and Sorry Not Sorry? And all of your thoughts and theories that you got on this, please let me know in the comments down below.
If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.